Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the new Legend of Zelda 3, an all-new quest by Matthew Blue Fox. And this one is going to be a doozy. This is quite harder than any of the others. And I'll explain as I go along. But basically, you're going to need to get your armor upgrade as soon as humanly possible. And that is exactly what we are going to do. Doesn't help that I started off by getting hit right there. But, so this quest is harder in some ways and easier in others. You have your levels 1 through 9, and of course there's a bonus dungeon in this one also. There was not one in either Mini 1 or Mini 2. So we're back to the bonus dungeons, like they were in New Legend of Zelda 1 and 2. So that's where you're going to find one of your heart containers. So, just to give you an idea, you can go to Lorule right from the start. This portal here will take you to Lorule, so you can actually go in there right away. I wouldn't. I would wait until you have at least enough money to get the blue ring. You don't want to be going in there unprotected. And level 1 is not a joke in this quest. And you do also need the candle as well. So we need quite a few items to get. And they don't waste time in this quest with the enemy difficulty. That goes up very quickly. So we need a lot of money. And I don't want to open up any secrets just yet. And in this quest, the levels are different. The odd number levels, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, are all in Lorule. 2, 4, 6, and 8, and the bonus dungeon are in Hyrule. Plus, there are heart pieces. There are 8 heart pieces in this quest, just like there were in Mini 2. If you've watched my playthrough of that. And so that's really where we're at. So we need quite a bit of money, and also the other thing that's different in this quest from the others is that there's no more maze paths. They are gone. They have been removed in this quest, so there are no maze paths. So you don't have to sit and memorize them. But I mean, not that they're hard. I mean, if you've played the original Zelda, you know those paths pretty well. And that screen looks different for a reason. We'll be getting back to that shortly. So what I need to do is I need to take a little bit of a scary risk. One that I'm not 100% sure I should be doing without armor or any of that stuff. However, I want to get the power bracelet, and the power bracelet is this direction. In fact, if you've played any Legend of Zelda 1 or 2, or even New Legend of Zelda 1 or 2, it's in the same spots as it is in those quests, which is nice. Thank you. And yes, there are Lionels here, and that's what I kind of want to avoid as much as possible, because they do 2 hearts of damage at this point. So, and the other thing that I'm going to make an exception for in this quest and this quest for right now only is I'm going to probably be spamming the F6 continue more than I normally would. And this is where you really have to go. Unfortunately, there's really no easy way to do this, and this is why this is dangerous. But I got through the hard screen without a problem, and now I can just go up here, and this is a whistle warp over there. So, and thankfully this screen is pretty much empty, which is nice. All right, so there's our power bracelet. I'm gonna get myself back to the start. And what I'm gonna show you really quick is what's in this cave. And this basically tells you odd number dungeons 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are here. And obviously that means that the even number ones are not. So it's just a different way to play the quest. It doesn't make it... but when we do level 1, which probably won't be for at least a part or two, definitely not in this part. We might be able to get to it in the next part. It's a short level. You're going to see just why I waited as long as I could to get to do it. And if these enemies would drop some more money, that would be really helpful. But I can almost buy the candle. In fact, now I can, and that's exactly what I am going to do. Even though I cannot use it yet. It'll be helpful. Alright, so that takes care of our first item that we needed to get. And we need to get more bombs anyway. You'll be thanking yourself later for doing that. So you can push this rock early. And another item you can get pretty early is the small wallet. The large wallet we won't be getting till much, much later in the game. Because we need the iron glove to get it anyway. It's in the same spot as this. It's right here on this screen in low rule, but you need the iron glove to get it. So just word of wisdom for you guys. Now the other thing that you can get early in this quest is the letter. And the letter is pretty conveniently located. It's not terribly out of the way for anything else. But I also want to get a magic shield prior to going into level 1. And I also want to get the bomb upgrade. So I need a lot of money. So this first part, and probably the next part also, will be grinding up for money. So this is where you're going to find your letter. And of course the Zora does not help. If you hear meowing in the background, it is my cat. They love to they love to talk. They're chirpers, those little guys. Alright, so let's just move this guy out of the way. Hello. Oh, get me in there. Thank you. Alright, so this is where you get the letter. Let's get back to the beginning of the quest. As I said, I'm going to be using the F6 a lot more than I normally would. Because of the difficulty of this quest. Alright, now remember what I showed you guys about this screen over here? We're going to be going back to that right now to get our first heart piece. And I need 90 rupees for the magic shield. And that'll certainly help on the Zora. Not worrying about the Zora guy anymore. And also, the quicker we can get 5 heart containers, the quicker we can get the white sword. And I know you cannot have it before level 1, but you can have it before level 2. And we will be getting it before level 2. Worry not. And I will also show you where that is as well. Now, the other thing you're going to want to notice about this quest is that, well, all the new Legend of Zeldas, is that if it's good in Hyrule, it is bad in Lorule. and then vice versa. If it's good in Laurel, it's bad here. So you're really going to want to know that for money secrets and stuff. So I'll probably grind up enough to get the magic shield and then start the next part with getting the blue ring and taking out level 1. I think that is the strategy I'm going to use. So here you already have, and this guy does a ton of damage. Just don't remember which rock it is. There it is. Alright, so once you get the rock out of the way, get your first heart piece. Alright. So I don't want to deal with that blue moblin right now because he would, you know, rattle me, you know, pretty good. So I'm going to just ignore him for right now. And we almost have enough money for the magic shield, which is nice. And there are 8 magic containers to be found in this quest. They are located in the 8 dungeons. Now, there is as I mentioned, there is a bonus dungeon, and if you have played the original Zelda Deluxe, you'll know. Oh, and I can't get that 5. Oh well. If you've played the original Zelda Deluxe, then you'll know what that design is. It is called Borg Cube. It is the full 8x8 grid. It is long, and we'll be getting into it much later on. All right, well, we have enough now for the magic shield. You know what? We're getting good money, so let's see if we can't get ourselves enough to get the blue ring also. That would be awesome. If they continue to drop 5s like this, we'll have enough money to buy the blue ring and the magic shield. But I really want that magic shield as fast as humanly possible, because it'll help for level 1. So you're going to just see me going in these kind of big circles here, because I want to stay in the safest screens, and the enemies pretty much have the same drop rate, I think, as before. So I don't want to go into screens that are more dangerous yet. And this is probably the closest you can get to Laurel. And thankfully, there's a fairy fountain right here, so I can take advantage of that. So this is probably your earliest that you can enter Laurel, is right there. You can enter it there, since we don't have the whistle yet. But we almost have a full stack of arrows, which is nice. Let's take a look at this cave and see what's in here. Oh, the bow. Let's get that. Why not? Let's get the bow. Because that gives us 10 white sword shots, which is really nice. So now we have 10, because that's how many arrows we have right now. Oh, hello, clock. That'll help for getting this room down to 1 enemy. And that's exactly what I want to do. Yeah, these guys take a blunt. These red and blue levers, they take a lot of punishment. And you kind of want to leave 1 enemy on this screen if you can. So, as I said, maze paths are gone. So, you don't have to worry about finding your way through anymore. So you can go straight up. And we'll be dealing with that later on also, because there's a blue lever there. And this is where you're going to find your magical shield. Your cheap magical shield. One of the places you can get it without too much trouble. So I think since the enemies are being so kind to me at the moment, I think I'm going to extend a little bit further and get myself the blue ring also. So I think so far so good, as we now have the magical shield, we have the bow, which is good. We have the letter. We have the candle. We're starting off really nice. And yeah, as long as these guys continue to drop 1s and 5s from me the way they are, it'll be nice. And hearts would be good too. So you don't get... So items that you usually get early in these Legend of Zelda games is the wand. Usually, sometimes you can get early. You're not going to get that till much, much later in the game also. So if you're planning on spamming your wand, think again. And these guys are dropping nice money from me right now, which is good. They're in a good mood today. And I like it when they're in a good mood. And I like when the Zora fireballs don't hit me. It's even better. So yeah, these levers just kind of replace the old blue levers that used to be here. These are level 2 levers. Now there's heart pieces you can get. There's a lot of there's a lot you can do once you beat level 1. But unfortunately not much before that. So there we go. We have the potion shop opened up. And you always start with full health, which is nice. So if you do F6 continue, you don't start with 3 hearts. So if you do decide to spam it, it's okay, because you will start with 3 hearts. We won't start with 3 hearts. There are other quests that we will do that do that, but this one does not. Clocks are good too. All right, we're moving right along. All right, so let's continue on. And maybe, well, I don't think getting a potion for level 1 is very good use of our money. It's better and faster to use the F6. All right, so remember this used to be. So if you go in here, check Laurel's Waterfall for better armor. So that tells you where you're going to find your blue ring. So yeah, so that spot that I showed you is probably the easiest and fastest way for you to get into Laurel. And like I said, you don't really want to spend a lot of time there if you don't have to, because the enemies there are much stronger than they are in Hyrule. Just like they were in the original Zelda Deluxes, when you went to Mirror Hyrule, the enemies were double and triple the strength of their counterparts. I know a lot of that's been toned down with these quests, especially. And I know this one is brand new. Meaning it was created just with these new Legends of Zeldas. So some of these screens I'm going to purposely leave one enemy. Others I'm going to kill all the enemies just to save myself some time for later. Hello, full health. I don't want to kill both of them. So yeah, so I want to clear a path for later. Oh, hello, blue moblins. I don't want to deal with them right now. So I'm going to skip that screen for now. And we're almost at enough money for the blue ring, which is really nice. The enemies have been kind of kind so far, which is rare. Hello, clock. So we need, and in lore rule, I'm definitely gonna not leave. I'm only gonna leave one enemy on the screens, on pretty much all of them. That'll be something we do also. It'll just make ourselves easier to deal with later on. So this is where level 8 is, by the way. Just so you know. In case you're wondering where that might be. Oh, and I can get them from here, but I'm not going to do that. And then this is where those blue moblins were. You know what? Since I can kill them safely from here, I'm going to do that. But now I'm going to get myself out because they do quite a bit of damage. Alright, so where else can we go? Okay, so this screen they respawn. Alright, so we'll get them down to one enemy also. Almost there. Just a couple of more rupees to go, and we'll have enough for the blue ring, which is fantastic. And that is exactly where we're going to end off things, is getting that blue ring. You know, it's too bad we can't get the white sword also. That would be very helpful for level 1, but there's, in my mind, I don't believe there's any way to get it. I mean, unless there's a better way to play, and I've played through this quest quite a few times, I have not figured out a way to get that blue ring, or, sorry, the white sword early enough, earlier than level 1. You can get it right after level 1, but that's about it. And these guys have also respawned. Good, good, good. And everybody's dropping nice amounts of health for me, which is nice. And like I said, going into Laurel is not fun. So, if I haven't explained this before about the creator a little bit, because I mean, I don't know him, but I have spoken to him on occasion. He is a big Trekkie, and that's where he came up with Laurel, Data's brother, Lore. So he named it after him. And he named one of the levels in this quest after him also. Not after Lore, but after one of the enemies in Star Trek, the Borg. So you get the Borg cube in this quest. Alright, let's see where we can go next. We only need 7 more rupees. That shouldn't be that tough to get. So in the next part, we will... Now we just need 1 more rupee. And then we should be able to get thy blue ring. And that will make level 1 much easier. And level 1 is... there's quite a bit to get in level 1 also. So it'll be the only thing... I mean, it won't be the only thing we do in the next part. We'll be getting the... white sword as well, but other than that, all right, so now we have enough rupees to take the blue ring, and this is why you don't want to go into Laurel before you're ready, because the enemies here do those blue Octoroks do 1 heart of damage right now. So, you really don't want to come in here unless you're ready. And I really mean that. So, we are going to make a beeline for... And if we can clear out some of these other screens, that would be helpful for later. So we don't have to do it later on. I mean, some screens are fair. but some of them are not. So you're gonna want to, and yes, there are blue levers and level 2 P hats and level 3 guys also levers. So yeah, there's no maze paths in here either, and we'll go to that cave later. So this is where you're gonna find your blue ring, and we're just gonna get it and get back to the start. And unfortunately, we won't be getting that red ring until much later. However, we are able to get the blue ring. Alright, so join me next time as we take out level 1 and get some more heart pieces and get ourselves the white sword. I am Nitro603. See you guys later.